Hi again. My name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller, and I'm going to do a what sold video for you for things that I sold the week of June 21st through June 27th. Guys, this has been a crazy week for sales. It's just, wait till you see some of these. This has just been crazy. All right, I'll go ahead and get started. This first item I sold, I featured these, if not last week, the week before in a haul video. They were some vintage yellow flowered glasses, and I wasn't quite sure what they were, what brand, so I just went ahead and listed them, and they sold relatively very quickly, and I took a best offer of $25. I paid $1/4 each for them. This next item is, my husband picked these up, I think, last week. They were Garth Brooks CD set. He picked it up at a thrift store for $5, and I sold them for $21.11. Now, I don't do free shipping, so when I say it sold for that, does not include the shipping. Oops. Every week I try to highlight the fact that I am still selling Christmas. I'm still listing Christmas. This was a 5-inch ornament by UNESCO. It was just an angel scene inside of this dome, and it sold for best offer of $14. I think I picked it up for 50 cents or $1. This is a Lion King plush from the musical Broadway show. This is the baby Simba, and I sold it for $13.75. Odd sales. I pick up plush that just is vintage and old and different. This one was called the Cranky Yankee Honey Pot Bear. If you look at the bear, this plasticky looking honey was all over him. This is actually the second one I've sold, and I did sell it for $18.35. He's only 7 inches tall. I featured this, I believe, recently in a haul. This is a Shar-Pei looking dog. These different types of dogs seem to sell. This one's by Gaffa, and I did sell it for $20.19. This is, I bought a lot of Fisher-Price Loving Family, a dollhouse and the furniture. I put the dollhouse in my booth because it was crazy big. And then I made small lots above the furniture that was in the set. And I did sell this dining room set for best offer of $18. This is a dragon I picked up at the thrift store. I paid $1 for it. I've picked up several colors. I have like a green one and a black one. And this one sold for best offer of $20. I featured this probably last week on a haul. This is a Jack's Nursery Babies turtle. I'm not quite sure why I have nursery twice in the title, but nevertheless, don't remember how much I spent, but it wasn't a whole lot, and it sold for $25 best offer. This was a very large 36 inches mat that's by Ebba Kobe, and it's a cow, and it's been listed a little while, since February, and it sold for $36.75. I think I paid a couple bucks for it at a yard sale. All right, I featured a Bond sweater machine that I picked up at a yard sale in one of my hauls, and I paid $2 for it. And when I started getting ready to list it and check it, I realized one of the major components was missing. So, this is what you do when that happens to you. I listed every single piece of that machine individually as replacements. And, again, I paid $2 for it. And this first one sold for best offer of $29.41. This is the needle bed extension. And then I also sold, this is the needle hem, and I sold it for $22.95. So I've already made quite a bit of money on this $2, and I have still quite a few pieces to it that haven't sold yet. This is one of the cups that I got on in the online estate sale that I went to. I've added it to my list of things that I've sold from that estate sale, and I did sell this Zyprexa travel cup for $17.75. I picked this up at Finders Keepers, which is like a store here where they dump pallets into bins, and every day it's a different price, and I go on the dollar days, which is Wednesday. So I picked this up for $1, and it's a dog toy, and it's sold for best offer of $15. This is a Dakin little white pig. It was only 3 inches tall. I don't remember where I picked it up, but I've picked it up recently, and I sold it for best offer of $21. I bought a box lot of stuff from someone, and this was one of the things in it. And when I looked up Tyco Playtime, I couldn't find anything like this. All I could find was the mom cats. And so I just decided to list it kind of high. It's only 3.5 inches tall. It's a little baby cat that goes with it, and listed it for $19.95, and it sold the same day, and I'm pretty sure I shipped it to somebody in Australia. I picked these up either last summer or the summer before. It was a pack of back-to-school folders featuring these basketball players, and it was by Adidas. And it has sat in my store for a while, and I did finally sell them for $21.11. I think I paid like $1 or $2 at a yard sale. This is a Little Einstein's Annie doll. I'm pretty sure I showed her in a haul a couple weeks ago. I did test her, and she did work, and I sold her for $27.55. This is Mary Meyer. It's just a rabbit plush, floppy, 13 inches. Any brand, it doesn't matter. I pick up any brand of stuffed animals. If it's clean, sometimes not clean, but if it's inexpensive enough, then I'm going to go ahead and pick it up. And I did sell this Mary Meyer rabbit for $13.75. This is a Jurassic Park dinosaur figure. I picked several of these up in a lot, and it's taken a while, but I did finally, I think this is the last one, and I did take a best offer of $20. I picked this up, I want to say very recently. I'm pretty sure I had it in a haul, but I didn't know what it was. When I used Google Lens, it told me that it was a gargoyle. So I went ahead and listed it relatively high, and I got a message pretty quickly telling me that this was from the Gargoyle Eyewear company, and they wanted to see if I would go much less on my price, but I didn't. So I went ahead and changed it to include the eyewear, and I did end up selling it for $64.35. This is a Hallmark elephant. I pick Hallmark up a lot. Usually it's just my bread and butter, you know, $8 to $12. If it's clean and easy to list, go for it. But I did sell this one for $18.35, and I actually have 2 of them listed. This is from the online estate haul. I featured them. I was all excited about these glowworms. And I ended up listing all of the ones that were opened together in a lot. And I think I have it listed for like $200 and some. I may separate them at some point, but I thought, you know, go big. And then the 5 or 6 that I had still sealed, I listed each one of them individually. And I've sold 3 of them so far. They're all going through a freight forwarding company, but I sold them all the same day for each of them $45.95. So here was the little pink worm, and then here was a pink spider, and then here was a spider with a cane. So I'm going to feature a few more things from that online estate sale here in a minute, but I spent $591 on this online auction. I bought 100 and I believe 26 or 136 lots of toys. I've listed 35 lots, 35 items so far, and I've sold 10 for a total of $573. So this is going to be a lot of fun getting all this stuff listed, but I still haven't done a haul video yet on any more of the stuff. I'm going to try to do it either tonight or tomorrow. All right, this is another crazy one. I sold this album for best offer of $135. Now, my husband and I went to an estate sale last year, and they had a garage full of records. So we went through and we're just scanning them. They wanted $2 each. So we scanned, I think I bought maybe 15 or 20 of them. And when I got home, I realized I had bought something quite amazing. Most of the records that I picked up that day are what they call white label promos. And this was one of them. And it's been listed a while, but I finally did sell this one for the $135. I've sold a couple of others for about the same price. And then I've still got some that I haven't sold yet. But if you ever see record albums, let me show you what the center sticker here is a white label. And I think these types of records were given to like studios and executives, and I don't know, they're supposedly very special. I would have never known, and if I had known, I would have bought so many more of the records. But I just scanned the ones, and based on just a typical album, we went ahead and picked like 15 or 20 of them. One of those moments. This is a Carter's baby blanket I've picked up along the way. A lot of times I pay 50 cents, you know, to $2 or $3 for them. And I did sell this blanket for $22.95. This is one of the cups that I sold from the online estate sale. We had two different Xanax cups. My husband found one in the pictures, and that was in a lot, and he made bids on it. And then I found this one. He found the other one. So this one I had listed, and I took a best offer of $145 for it. And then his that he found, I took a best offer of $115, and they were going to the same person. So $260 for two mugs. I would have never in a million years thought of that. This is an ABC Purple Rabbit plush. I think it's that ABC distributing company. It was like a mail order catalog, but I did sell this for $18.35. I featured this in a haul, I believe last week. It's a Play School Little Golden Book Land plush dog. I think he's the Pokey Puppy. And I did list him, May 18th, and I sold him for $36.75. I featured these cross-stitch kits from a haul a couple weeks ago. I paid $50, I believe, for 8 or 9 kits. And I already sold one of the kits for $140. And then I sold this one for $68.95. I have my cheat sheet here because sometimes what's showing on the screen isn't the best offer price. So $200 on 2 kits so far. I showed this. it's been a while, and it sat upstairs. It's a Morphe Richards yellow toaster. It sat upstairs for a while because it was very dirty, so my husband got around to getting it cleaned up for me, and I listed it, and I sold it pretty much the same week for $35, and we paid $10 for it at an estate sale. This was from that online estate sale also. It is a color form set from Mork from Ork, Robin Williams. It was incomplete. It was missing a few of the pieces that you could attach to his body, but I did sell it for a best offer of $14.50. We featured these recently. We bought a rocket grill and then some of these parchment pouches that went with it. I paid $5 for the whole lot, and I sold this the same day I listed it for $39.95. I have taken the parts off of the rocket grill and have them listed separately. And then this is my big, if you thought the cups were my big sales for the week, it was not. Right here, I talked about this in a recent haul. This is the Baby Morgan blanket that I found at a yard sale. It was still in its pack. I paid $3 for it. There were others similar that were listed for about had sold for about $305. I went big. I figured why not? But I did end up taking a best offer of $275 for it. So that was very, very nice. Very nice. All right, the next three things. Facebook's been very slow for me. I think they had something going on because I went days without selling anything, and that's not typical. But here's a couple of the things that I did sell. This is, I've talked about the brass. I've talked about the 7 graduated candlestick holders. This is my second one I've sold. I've got another one now to list again, and I sold this one for $49.50 on Facebook. This is a Rival Crock-Pot bread and cake bake insert. You sit this inside of those vintage crock pots. They came in oranges and greens and stuff, but this went inside of it. I picked this up at an estate sale. I think I paid $3 for it, and I did sell it for $24.30 on Facebook. And then I picked this up. I think I bought 2 of these Pyrex bowls. No, I bought 2 Crazy Daisies and a red. I think I paid $1 each for them at a yard sale a couple weeks ago, and I sold the red bowl immediately. And then I sold this Crazy Daisy bowl for $16.20. So that's it. It was a very nice week for sales for me. I am crazy busy right now trying to get stuff together, get it listed, get it sorted, get it cleaned. It's a lot of work doing this business. I have many days. I've been a little sick this week, so it's taken me longer to get stuff done. But hopefully I'm coming out of my summer slowdown. But you always need to remember, keep listing, even when your sales are pitiful, because you're getting ready for third and fourth quarter. People start Christmas shopping during the third quarter, and then fourth quarter, of course, is amazing for me. But we're actually getting ready to head into the weekend. I'm actually done a little bit of thrifting already this week, picked up a few things, but I'm really trying to focus today on getting a lot of the brass that I featured in my last haul processed and listed. So crazy. All right.